Hey everyone, and welcome to Salem, Massachusetts. After the long winter, my friends and I decided it was time to pack our bags and head out on a little trip. The main focus of the trip was to visit a couple of breweries outside of Boston, but we decided it might be fun to take a little detour and spend a day in Salem. This was a last-minute decision, so we did very little research and zero planning. We only had two goals for the day. The first was to find some good beer, and the second was to see some history. So stay tuned to see what we found. When we arrived, our first stop was a place called Notch Brewing and Tap Room. COVID protocols were still in place at the time of our visit, so mask wearing was required when you weren't sitting at a table, and all tables were spaced 6 feet apart. Notch utilized the QR code system in order to place orders on your phone instead of placing orders with the server. Honestly, we found this system pretty awesome, as you could just place your order whenever you wanted. If people were having trouble making decisions, we didn't have to flag a server down to come back to us several times while we picked out our orders. I think it's really great, and I hope it's something that continues even after the pandemic is over.
You said the English better was supposed to be good.
Once our order is ready, someone brings it straight to the table, which honestly didn't take very long at all. Overall, I found the beer here to be really delicious. It was nice and light and perfect for a hot summer day. We can check this one off our list. Next stop was the Salem Witch Museum. Tickets were $15 per person and had to be purchased online prior to arriving at the museum. Each showing was 30 minutes apart, and seats were limited due to COVID protocols. We were very early for our showing, so we went across the street to a little park that we found. Here we found a little bit of history as a memorial to World War II veterans, a flag, and some sort of monument. We didn't look too closely into it though. We obviously couldn't take pictures or video inside of the museum, but I do want to say that I was a little disappointed. I think for $15 I would have expected a bit more. There weren't really any exhibits. It was broken up into two different presentations. First presentation went through the story of the Salem witch trials, how they started, and what happened during the actual trials. And then the second was a presentation about what it means to be a witch. It was very cheesy and a little too touristy for me. For being such a historical city, I would have hoped that there'd be more history there. After the museum, we did find a bit of history when we came across the Salem Witch Trial Memorial. I will admit, even though the museum was super cheesy, listening to the presentation, I was able to get a better appreciation for what all of the monuments and the headstones here in the cemetery meant. There was a marker for every person that was wrongfully killed during the Salem witch trial period. And they wouldn't have appreciated it as much as I did after listening to the presentation and being reminded of the history and the names of all the people that were involved during this time. The actual cemetery itself was closed off due to landscape renovations, but I feel that we were able to get a good look at everything and go through and read all of the stones with the names of the people who were killed during the Salem witch trials. So I think our goal of seeing some history was definitely met. Check that one off. After the cemetery, we stopped in a couple of local shops, got some boba tea, checked out a dispensary, and then said goodbye to Salem for the day. Overall, I had a really great experience in Salem. It's a cute little tourist town with a lot of fun things to do for the day. I think it'd be a great place to go in the fall. I hear it's a total blast during the Halloween season. I would say definitely check it out if it's on your list of places to go. All right, thanks for watching. Bye!